the outskirts of Chongqing, Lily and I met up with a couple of environmental activists. They're monitoring the damage modern China is doing to the sacred Yangtze.
Many aspects of daily life have clearly improved here. Education, healthcare, the economy, legal rights. But the environment has taken something of a hammering.
This small environmental group was started by Yu Jianfeng with £10,000 of his own money. He reveres the Yangtze and says his activism is inspired by China's traditional religious beliefs.
In Chinese traditional culture, Taoism is the philosophy that's more focused on the environment. Taoism's idea is that nature and human beings have to be in harmony. But for people like us who are activists, we're also encouraged by Confucianism, the Confucian idea that every individual is responsible for the state of the world and therefore must get involved in society.
It's a bit revolting, isn't it? That's disgusting.
This is domestic sewage and industrial wastewater mixed.
Is this flowing into the Yangtze?
That's for sure. This whole area is part of the Yangtze River Valley.
Is this the price of China's economic boom?
This is because there isn't enough supporting infrastructure to match the city's rapid development. The residential areas are expanding, but the sewage system isn't keeping up.
Water and air pollution are major problems in China. Some reports suggest half of urban water supplies aren't fit to washing, let alone drink. It's a controversial subject for a new breed of environmental activist.
Why do you do this? You must get a lot of hassle as a result.
For me, I feel very sad to see that the rivers are polluted, very upset. I grew up in a beautiful place with green hills and a clear river. I believe we should protect these rivers, so the next generation will still have a chance to develop a close relationship with them, and swim in them, play in them, and enjoy it.
I worry that perhaps the Chinese authorities, like Western democratic leaders, think that we can fix this. We can do whatever damage we want to the environment, but science and engineering will be able to resolve it in the future. But what if we can't? What if the damage we've done and we're doing still is irreversible? Then we'll have left a completely destroyed environment to future generations, and that will be completely immoral.
Many historians have concluded that Mao was a monster to rival Stalin or Hitler. Tens of millions perished under his rule. He wanted to obliterate Chinese culture, destroying traditional faiths and religious beliefs. He remains a complicated figure in China today.
What do most people in China think of Chairman Mao? Is he seen as a controversial figure at all, or is he generally seen as the creator of modern China?
Well, two sides. On one side, he was still, people still think he is a national hero, and he is a great person in the Chinese history. On the other side, I think today Chinese people also talked about, his the mistakes he made. It's more and more open for people to talk about this.
After Mao's death in 1976, China's leaders were able to start slowly reforming the economy. And in recent years, the Chinese have begun rediscovering the more spiritual and philosophical side to their lives, which Mao and communism sought to suppress.
The sense I have is that faith and belief and tradition and custom is something that a lot of Chinese people now are searching for.
Yeah, I think so. Actually, we have like a 1,000 years history, and we have such a great culture and traditions that never fade away from Chinese people's lives. We still respect our ancestors.
It was our last night on the road, and Lily wanted to take me to one of her favourite restaurants.
New age veggie.
New age veggie? A vegetarian restaurant?
Yeah, you will see something really different. Come
No,
on.
I'm a committed carnivore.
Huh?
It's not a Buddhist restaurant, is it?
Connected.
Really?
Yes.
Oh. Very nice, Lily.
Nice area, right? By the window.
And menu on an iPad. Very 21st century.
It's just menu. Do you want to, explore the
I
new
see.
dishes?
I see. Okay. So the dishes, they look like meat. Stewed veggie pork balls.
Yeah.
That's meant to be vegetarian salmon sashimi.
Looks like
Ooh.
real, right?
That looks pretty real.
After this meal, you will think you will have more possibility to become a vegetarian too.
Oh, you think so?
Yeah.
You're looking to convert me to vegetarianism now, are you?
We will.
It could be if half the population are peace-loving Buddhists, is it?
Here in China, we say this century is a century about the waking up of the soul.
Waking up of the soul.
Yes.
I haven't heard that ever before. It's really interesting. Thanks, Lily. Cheers, my dear. Thank you for bringing us here. It's been an amazing, very, very eye-opening journey.
Thank you.
The waking up of the soul that is clearly happening here will have enormous implications. This isn't just about religion. This is a transformation that will affect politics. It could help to redefine China's relationship with the rest.
Including those belonging to beef farmer James Brown.
You can hear the geese just now. The geese are just arriving now in their thousands. Every year there seems to be more.
"70% of Greenland's barnacle geese arriving to feast on their favourite food. The rich grassland the farmers want for their sheep and cows. Ironically, artificial fertilizers, better grass seeds and larger fields, which have benefited the farmers, have also boosted the number of geese.
And they are big, strong, hungry birds, so they are eating a lot. They do a huge amount of damage. And over the years it's got worse.
20 geese can eat the same amount as a cow. In field after field after field.
The geese are always going to be here, and you just got to live with them. I wouldn't like to kill them all, not that tight. I like the geese, I love to hear them, but they do cost us a lot of money.
They're just amazing. They're fantastic creatures. Their mouths look that big that you could walk in without bending down. They're very graceful, beautiful things to watch. I feel that I'm privileged to be in their sea, really. They're far more powerful and probably see more of the world than I am.
Very insidiously, so that no one noticed, really. No one sort of turned around and said, where they gone? They just sort of disappeared.
On islands like Isla, many fishermen concentrated on catching crabs, lobster, and the still plentiful shellfish. The smaller vessels use creels to catch them. It's sustainable and has a low impact. This is the Firth of Lorne, near Mull. It's home to some of the most diverse and fragile reefs in British waters. Dirk and other divers catch the scallops which live here, mainly on the gravelly seabed alongside the reefs. Picking them individually does no damage to other marine life. And it leaves the younger ones behind to grow on.
You really need to fish it.
I've never known anything else. You know, it's been here all my life. But I think the big thing about staying here is not just take it for granted, to really appreciate what we've got. You'll never get bored looking around and seeing the scenery. Always something different.
It's just an amazing place to be. Surprises round every corner. The proximity of the mountaintops and the sea, just stunning.
We'll never escape nature as human beings. And I think that hopefully there will be a growing respect for it.